Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Texan Camper, and today's spotlight review is on the Jetboil cooking system. Now, I've owned this little device probably going on maybe a year or so, and I've used it several times, and I must say this is a very, very impressive little system by a company called Jetboil. This little unit is a self-contained, packed-down cooking system for a lightweight, ultra backpack system if you're trying to do light packing. And I find this to be something very impressive, and I think you will too. And I'll go ahead and start breaking this thing down and giving you some ideas on how this works and how you might like this. So the first thing I want to start off with is the lid, which is a rubberized lid design that simply comes off. Point out a couple key features of the lid. It's got a built-in straining system, so if you want to pour out the contents of the water or whatnot, you can do so there. There's a hole here which allows for the adapter for the coffee press, which is pretty cool. I don't have that, but I will be getting one soon. And it has a drinking spout. So regardless of how hot this is, you can drink from this spout because it's rubberized, doesn't conduct any heat, and you can drink out of it like so. So that's the lid system, which is very versatile. Like I said, you got the strainer, the spout for the drinking here, rubberized so it doesn't burn, and you have a little opening here which allows, I believe, for the coffee press system. So one component, that's everything comes out, breaks down very easily. This is the actual part that if you want to expand and not use the actual container itself, you can flip these tabs up and you can put a smaller or an alternative pot, maybe something bigger to sit on top of there. Inside of here I have a small 3.5 ounce butane, isobutane propane mix by Jetboil itself, which I do recommend using these just because they're small, compact. And Jetboil specifically makes their own containers, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's for the purpose of the mixture of the fuel. Because as you know, temperature affects pressure in a can like this, and because of this special mixture, if you're in colder climates, then this will burn better versus, you know, other containers, which by the way you can use. The other portion of this is the actual burner self unit, which you can see the flame, the burner part there. You've got special grooves that this pot sits in, and I'll show you that in a second. You got the screw part, the regulator for fuel. This is a self-lighting system. It does not have any kind of ignition system, so when the fuel starts, you need to put a lighter in there and you need to start it, and that's how that works. And then you also have included is a little tripod stand, which you set your fuel in like so. It's a little, put it in these ridges like here. And so now that serves as a kickstand for your fuel. Then your burner screws in like so. Don't over tighten it, just enough snug. Then there's special alignment holes to where you can see the alignment holes going like so, and you give it a little twist and it locks into place. So as you can see there, just adjust the camera a little bit for you so you can see a little bit better. Try to get that all in frame for you. And so yeah, there you go. You got your full system. I love that little kickstand feature, so you can set it on a flat surface and put your water in and whatnot. You probably can't see in the light, or minus the light, but there are measuring markers, which gives you about 16 ounces of fluid. This holds a maximum of 24 ounces, which means it will be filled to the brim. You do not want to do that on a unit like this. When it starts to boil, and it will boil fast and hard, if you have it filled too high, I always recommend at least an inch below this top rim, because when the water starts to boil, it will overflow this is from experience, it will overflow, spill out, and put your flame out down here, and you do not want that because that could potentially ruin the unit if you do it too much. First time might be okay, but you're hearing it for the first time here that if you fill this up more than an inch above or below the top, your water will boil over, spill out, and put your burner out. So no matter how full you get this, you don't want to go past that. I just recommend that. And what we'll do here is I'll give you guys a little test on how fast this boils water. I can fill this up fully at about 18 ounces and it will boil the water, if I'm not mistaken, in under 2 minutes. I haven't timed it, but we'll do it on this demonstration to show you just how fast this can boil. Now, a couple of things I want to point out with something like this system is, first of all, it's very lightweight, it compacts very small, and it burns very quickly and hot, so you can cook food quickly on it and you can boil water very fast. So, and the reason they call it the Jetboil, and you'll hear it, is because when you have it lit, it sounds like a roaring jet. Pretty cool. So let's break this down. I'll put some water in it and bring it to a boil and see how fast it cooks and see what you guys think. So stay tuned. Alright, we got 16 ounces of water in there and we're good to go. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and light this, and we're going to use a timer system here so I can give you an idea of how fast it's boiling. So let's go ahead and ignite this and see just how quickly this thing will work. Now, timer started. See it right there. Now let me take the camera and get you a feel. I don't know if you can hear it. You can probably hear that. Sounds like a jet, right? Hence the name, Jetboil. You can already see it's starting to simmer. Like I said, this thing boils extremely fast. The more water you have, obviously the longer it takes, but we're at 42 seconds, 43. You can see it on camera. We already got steam. Look at that. And it's been just a little over a minute. I've got 16 ounces of water ready to come to a roaring boil, which is great. So if you're hungry, been a long day of hiking, and you're ready to just get down and dirty and eat, you have those Mount House dehydrated meals, which are roughly 2 cups of water, which is perfect. You can see this thing is already coming to a boil quickly. Right about a minute, 29, minute 30 seconds. See the steam on the camera? I think, yeah, you can see that. Probably about another 30 seconds, this thing might be coming to a roaring boil. We're at about a minute and 50 seconds. Got more steam. Bubbles are forming. And this shit, there, you can see the bubbles. Get my shadow out of the way there. Two minutes, 11 seconds. Remember, 16 ounces of water. Almost there, folks. 2 minutes, 29 seconds. Very fast. Look at that. You could probably take this. This is about coffee temperature. Obviously, you don't want to drink this too hot. But here it should start boiling. There it goes. You can see it on camera. It's already boiling. 2 minutes and 46 seconds. Look at that. We have a roaring boil. See how hard boiling that is? Like I said, if you had it any higher, you'd be overflowing right now. So you can see the point I emphasized on that. There you go. We have a roaring boil. All right. So let's turn the camera off, come back here, and just give a little overview, and we'll just close this up. Alright, so as you saw, we had that boiling in about 2 minutes and 40 seconds. It's ready to go to rehydrate a meal, make coffee, cook, or do whatever else you need to do with to purify water even. If you're going to be purifying water, you might want to let it boil for an extra 2 minutes to really kill anything that's in there. But yeah, it's very nice. Another thing I wanted to point out is that it has this, I want to say a neoprene, I can't remember the material it's made out of, but this material allows you to grab it off of the unit after it's cooled down. You can kind of just pop it loose, and you can see I'm able to hold it with my bare hands. It doesn't transfer any heat. I forgot what it's made of. I'm going to say a neoprene type system. It's like a like an insulator that you have on a, what do you call those, beer koozies. And another nice thing that it has is you can kind of put your hand in here like so with this little handle system for a better grip on it. And it also has what appears to be some type of elastic strap here. Maybe you can attach it to a carabiner to hang it on the outside of your pack. So, and then one more thing that it has on the bottom is a special fin system, which you can probably see. Let me dump this water out and I'll come back and show you that. So you've got this thermal ring here, which is a fin system, which allows the heat to disperse evenly across the bottom, which aids in heating the water up much quicker. It also has a titanium coating on the inside, which makes it more scratch resistant, corrosion resistant. And like I said, this is the 16-ounce version. They do have bigger versions of this that you can get into, and you can also use different fuel systems if you didn't want to use the Jetboil containers. But these smaller 3.5 ones are what specifically fit inside of the cup. So, but just for an example, you can use bigger fuel systems like this one here, which is about 8 ounces. You can see a size difference. So if you want more fuel, something like this will be a backup. I don't know if it's the same mixture, probably not. This is an MSR from Academy, 8-ounce unit that you can use in conjunction. And because you see this little point here, it allows me to fit a bigger unit on there. See? Like so. You can fit, that comes with a Jetboil. So it's universal. You can have two sizes, the 3.5 ounce or the 8 ounce. So you have a lot of options for fuel, which is why, again, why I love this unit. And like I said, there are other units out there. They make really big ones too, like big cooking pot designs, but those can get into the couple $100 range. This unit here, for exactly what you're seeing, minus the fuel, I don't believe it comes with fuel, but the fuel containers I think are $7 or $8, give or take. This is $49.95. It is the best $50 you'll ever spend on a compact, all-contained unit. And I'm going to go ahead and break it down and show you how it goes back together. Starting off with the tripod. Sits in the bottom like so. The next piece would be the actual burner unit itself. Sits inside. Now mine got bent, but yours will be more perfect. It goes in a little bit better. You can see it goes in there. Then your fuel drops in like so, and the stove top, when folded down, sits in like that. All nice and compact. And then your rubberized lid goes on top. It doesn't come with any kind of sack, but this lid does fit on there snugly. Mine got bent, so it doesn't fit on there as good as it used to. You got to be careful not to put this in your pack and then drop it, because you could dent it and bend it, and that could affect performance. It could affect the lid going on there. But you can see it breaks down in a 3-stage, 4-stage set, as you can see on the side here. There's your loop handle to hold it. A little bit of elastic molly webbing here, so you can attach it to a carabiner, hook it to your pack, keep it on the external of the pack. So 25 words or less, or in a 15-minute review. Like I said, I've been using this for quite a while. $50. the best thing you'll ever spend. So if you like this review, what I've shown you on here, and you want to see more like this, like, subscribe, comment down below. And yeah, get yourself a Jetboil. It's an incredible unit. Very, very nice. Thanks for watching, folks. Until we meet again.